Yo, what up, guys? Good evening. This is another Sunday evening. I want to, you know, do top-down analysis on the forex market. And firstly, we are going to be looking at XAUUSD gold. Okay, going into the new week, and so I just want to show you my perspective. Okay, how I approach the charts, how I, map. Like how I mark out my zones and look for where to take trading opportunities, okay, whether to buy or to sell. So very quickly, um, I'm going to be jumping into the chart as you can see on my screen. And so you see how I approach my top-down analysis. Okay. So um, the first thing I do is I go on the daily time frame. Okay. For of course, for daily for day traders, we are going to be focusing on the daily time frame. That's what we are going to be using as our higher time frame, and down to our entry time frame, either the 15 minutes time frame and or the 5 minutes time frame. That's what I use for my execution. Okay. Now, looking at the chart, looking at the gold chart, if we shrink the chart, what can you really see on this chart? We can see that from years back, okay, the market has been bullish. The market has really been bullish, and um, ideally, what we're supposed to be looking out for is to buy. Okay. There's this statement, there's this popular saying that you should follow the trend. As a trader, the trend is your friend. So you need to follow the trend. The trend has been bullish. So all we need to do is to look for buying opportunities. Okay. Now, note this, because the market is bullish doesn't mean that the market will not sell. All right. The market, of course, will sell before it continues its bullish trend. Now, looking at the chart, this market is bullish. Okay. So if we pick up a trend line, okay, we pick up our trend line from here, from this low, we have is one trend line. Okay. This is another one. There's another one. And this is the third one where the market is reacting on currently. Okay. So what I do on the daily time frame is just to check the trend of the market. That's all. It's as simple as that. So now we switch to the 4 hour time frame. Now, looking at the 4 hour time frame, what can we see here? We can see that the market structure is a little bit visible, okay? It's a little bit clear here. So if we want to mark the market structure for a bullish trend, we all know that the market's going to be printing series of higher highs and higher lows, right? Higher highs and higher lows. So if we want to follow that here, let's just see what we have. Okay, let's use this path. From here, we have a high, we have a low. Here is a higher low and a lower low. This structure alone that I just drew is a bearish structure. Now, from this low, we have this. From here, we have this. The market failed to break below this low and printed a low here, which is a higher low. You created a higher high here, another higher low, a higher high, right? We came down here. We created a low here that creates a double bottom with this. Created a higher, a lower high here, lower low. Currently we have a change of character here. We have a lower high here, a higher low rather, sorry, don't mind me, just follow me. This stuff is sometimes confusing, but the market stopped here. So currently this is where we are. Okay. So let me remove this for clarity's sake so you can see the chart very well. Now, currently, if we look at here, the market has printed um, a low here. Okay, if we want to draw a trend line, let me remove this trend line so I can explain something. If we want to draw a trend line from this current print and low here, okay, you see we have a trend line already. One of the rules of trading the trend line strategy is when you have two peaks or two troughs, it's a confirmed trend. So we'll be expecting the market we'll be expecting the market to return back to touch it the third time. Then we can now look for buying opportunity, right? So this is what we have here currently. And remember, we also have uh, support here. We have a place where the market has reacted to several. Let's switch to the line chart so it can be clearer. So what can we have here? We have one reaction, it supports, 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 okay, and support. This has made it a valid zone, okay, a valid zone. So we'll be expecting the market to return back here and buy. This is what we'll be expecting. But this is the 4-hour time frame. Of course, we are not going to execute on this 4-hour time frame. If not, the stop loss um is going to be very, very big. Okay, it's going to be very, very outrageous. So this is just what we are going to trade. This is just the pattern we are going to follow. Okay, but we are going to wait for confirmation on the lower time frame. Now, if this is what we're expecting, we'll have to switch to the 1-hour time frame. Let's see what we'll get. Something I forgot to say. If you look at this point here, there's a resistance here. There's a resistance here. Yeah, this is it. This is the resistance where market is currently. Let me mark it out. This is the resistance. So that's where the price is. You see you see the resistance point. We have this point. We have here. You see, it's a very strong resistance zone. So upon market open, we'll be expecting the price to return back to this trend line for the third time. Then we'll look for buying opportunity here. Looking for buying opportunity there. So let's come to the 1-hour time frame and see what we have. So still following structure. You see what we got here. Let me illustrate it with this part tools. We have the low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we have a change of character here. Okay, we have a change of character here. So the market really didn't pull back much. Went up, we came down, and went up. So you see, we are currently bullish. We're currently bullish. So we'll just be expecting a pullback, a little. There is another minor resistance we have here. Let me mark it with this tool. There's another resistance we have here. So as you can see, so we may, let me remove this so we can be clear enough. So these are the levels we'll be looking to take our trading decision on. First is here. Let me just put the buying tool. We'll buy here. Okay. Another zone to buy from is here. So we have 2 points to buy from. 2 points to buy from. And this is what we are going to be looking out for gold. Then we'll target the next high, like the all-time high gold initially printed. So before we execute, we switch to the lower time frame for execution. Sometimes 15 minutes time frame is fine by me, and sometimes the 5 minutes time frame, depending on your risk appetites. So this is just the simple way how I approach top-down analysis, and I execute without fear, okay? Because this is trading for you, okay? Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win, but one thing you should always do is to ensure that your your losses are not more than your wins, okay? If you master risk management and you practice it well, of course, you're going to be profitable in the long run, all right? So that's all for now. Wishing you all a good week, profitable week, and lots of money in your bank account. All right. Peace out. This is White Peeps FX Hub. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right. Smash the like button. Okay. Subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on any updates we'll be dropping from time on. Thank you.